Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, as the case may be, and welcome to the Sports Report. Mr. Gary Patterson is right here beside me.
Hello.
And we are going to talk about all things sports.
Sounds good.
And we're going to lead off with the Red Sox.
The Red Sox, the Old Town team.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you. You know, this, by the way, too, I don't want to jump too far ahead here, but you know, can you believe the things that Pablo Sandoval had to say about his time in Boston?
Yeah, I was surprised by it, that he went out of his way to post it on that player's website.
Organ, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You weren't happy, I take it? I think the thing is, I think he was telling the truth, right? And I think he tried to go out of his way not to be nasty, you know.
He learned from mouthing off when he left San Francisco.
Yeah.
That, you know what, this dog is allowed to bite you right in the butt if you don't watch out.
Yeah.
And he regretted, I believe, he really and truly regretted saying what he did about San Francisco.
Yeah, I do too.
But you know, some of his stuff about, I never felt comfortable.
Yeah.
I
Should've
never
just left it
felt
alone.
right. Well, look at the first impression.
Yeah.
320 pounds of suet at spring training
Right.
pounding around.
Yeah.
I mean, what a way. You know, boys and girls, as a smart fellow told me one time, you only have one chance to make a first impression.
That's right.
And when you make a new baseball team, the first impression is you huffing and puffing around the field,
Right.
60 or 70 pounds overweight, looking like the Goodyear blimp. I mean, for heaven's sakes, who the hell is going to open their arms and say, welcome? You know, they're more afraid of, he'll eat every single restaurant in Boston out of house and home. I wonder where I'll take the bride tomorrow night to eat.
You know, he is the classic example of the guy who got the money and just lost his motivation. Just,
In the background, you could hear the dance music and the senoritas saying, come on, Pablo, come dance, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, listen, I got a million things here to talk to you about. I got one thing that I discovered last night. I knew this, but it became official. But Giancarlo Stanton, 44 home runs.
Yeah, he's having a heck of a year.
And he crushed number 44. I saw that on TV. Has officially cleared waivers and can be traded to any team in baseball.
That's interesting.
Now,
What would you trade?
well, first of all, you got to decide for yourself whether you're going to be able to swallow the $27 million.
Yeah.
He's injury prone. I don't know. But I had this nightmare the Dodgers going to say, you know, we get more money in mothballs than we have brains.
Let me ask you a question. Would you trade Mookie Betts and Xander Bogaerts for him? I think I would.
I think I would. And I'll tell you why. Benintendi is a first-class defensive outfielder, and if you have to put him in right, or if you got to move Jackie Bradley Jr. over and let him play center, I don't think you're hurting the outfield.
I don't think you are either.
No. And Mookie Betts, man, I'm about set to give him a tennis racket to hit with.
Yeah.
Boy, he's
struggled a little bit.
He has.
But he's still a great player.
Oh,
and he's young. And
the
he's
best,
controllable.
Best base runner in baseball.
Right.
Now, Bogarts. Hot and cold.
Hot and cold.
Yeah, and we got Jackie Bradley Jr. Hot and cold. Yeah. Now we've got Mookie hot and cold. Cold especially. And we're in first place by 4.5 games.
Yeah.
Thank God for the pitching staff.
They've been great.
If Chris Sale ever falters, this season's over.
Right. So when it comes to their pitching, they've got the two most important parts, right? They've got the ace, and they have a true ace in the number one. And they've got a closer.
Yep.
He's been fantastic.
Alpha and Omega.
And they've got a lot of other guys that allows everyone to say that they have all this depth in the pitching staff, which they do. And the bullpen has good stats, pretty good stats when you look at the year overall. But let me ask you, when you look at this pitching staff, beyond your ace and your closer, who do you really trust? Who do you look at and say, well, we know this guy's going to give us a good outing in the postseason? Is it David Price?
No.
Is it Porcello?
Yes.
Is it Eduardo Rodriguez? No. And then when you get to that bullpen, it's the 7th inning of a tie game. And
I know.
Here comes Matt Barnes.
And here comes Joe Kelly.
And here comes Joe Kelly.
Yeah.
Trying to get you to your closer.
My heart is in my mouth.
Yeah.
When either one of those two guys comes in. Now, Matty Barnes
drives me crazy.
It does.
Overall, the guy's been okay. And when you look at bullpens across baseball, they have a decent bullpen because every bullpen has these
stats look
inconsistencies.
Better than the bullpen has been.
I think that's true. They've had some good streaks. And Barnes is just an enigma. He can come in and have a great inning and throw 15 pitches and strike out 2 guys. Or he can be like the other night when he couldn't throw a breaking ball over the plate. It was like 0 for 8, throwing anything but a fastball. And that fiasco Sunday night when Farrell tried to come and get him. Yeah. So, who do you really trust?
Well, that's
John Farrell.
Reed?
You got Reed, right? That was supposed to be
boy, you get off the wrong foot with Reed. Now he's trying to talk back what he said to him, and this is not working.
Yeah.
So I know Matt. Maybe we'll have Reed and Matt split the 8th innings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a beautiful. Yeah.
So they need to resolve that, right?
Got to get beyond it.
I thought it was going to be Reed when they traded for him.
I thought so too.
Right.
I thought that's what they got the guy for.
And they got out to a tough start, and then he had to deal with Farrell's embarrassing fiasco Sunday night when he came out to get him, and the umpire had to turn him around, tell him you can't do it. And he did. He got Ellsbury to ground out to first, which was a big out, and then Kimber only had to get the one out.
Do you think that this could actually mushroom into something worse as Addison becomes a free agent?
Which he's going to be, yeah.
And he says, if you people think I'm signing with you in this circus, you're out of your minds.
Right.
So we gave up a couple of players.
And I don't think we get to give him a qualifying offer, do we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
We got him at the deadline.
So this could actually be worse than we think it is.
Well, I think the key is Reed, right? If Addison Reed can get himself straightened out, relief pitchers are like kickers in football, right? They go through these periods where they're really good, and then they go through these periods where they stink, right? And that's the majority of relievers. Then you have the top 10 or 20%.
That's right. Yeah,
right?
And they're the world-class kind of guys.
Right. Of which you really only have one. You have Kimber.
That's right. That's right. Don't try to kid me with Joe Kelly being the answer to a maiden's prayer, or Matt Barnes for that matter. I get hopes that they'll both calm down as they mature even more, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
they need one of them to really
they need one of them
get
badly.
it together for the next 2 months.
Would you tell me why John Farrell insists on bringing Robbie Scott in at the end of a game to face 3 right-handers?
Yeah, I don't know. His thing is the lefties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a left-handed specialist.
Right. Got a big out in that Yankees game.
Yes,
the other
he
night.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then so as a reward, my man, John Farrell, brings him in to face what? And they were ahead 10-3, gives up 2 home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's facing right-handers. Yeah. Why is he doing this?
Right.
Well.
So the good news, though, as you touched on briefly, is as we start to come down the stretch, Porcello does seem to be pitching better.
Yes, I trust him second.
It's almost like his first year when he struggled through the first half.
Yep.
Yeah, now, good second half, and then he had the Cy Young year.
Did you see the beginning of the game last night?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't think so.
He threw strikes the first 3 innings.
Yes.
Man, there was just no horseplay. Fastballs, fastballs, fastballs.
Yeah.
And moving the ball around. That's Rick Porcello.
Yeah.
Somebody, and who the brain trusted, Fenway Park, who knows? But it sounds like somebody must have talked to him. Either that or Porcello said, I'm going to go back and watch last year, the tapes over and over again. I'm going to start challenging guys.
Yeah, because he's been very frustrating this year.
He has.
He hasn't gotten the run support, but, he hasn't pitched well.
No, he hasn't. No. He hasn't pitched like we hoped a Cy Young Award winner would. So let me say this, Gary. Let me ask you a question here, and let's do the report card.
Okay.
Honestly, for a change.
Okay.
From the way the newspaper writers do it. The Red Sox.
Yeah.
67 wins, 51 losses. I think they won last night, so it's 68 now.
Yeah.
68 and 51. They're 4.5 games in front.
Mm-hmm.
A minus, B?
I would give them an A minus. I think they have the 3rd best record in baseball, right?
Yeah.
Of course, the Dodgers are running away.
I get them down for B.
Yeah, I was hedging on B plus to be honest with you.
Yeah, a B plus. That's even better. There's too many things. We're going to get to that.
Okay.
Okay. So, Xander Bogaerts. So this will be the first 2/3 of the season.
Yeah.
Do you think that Giancarlo Stanton is going to attract a lot of attention now? Or do you think there's maybe just be one or 2 teams? Would the Yankees possibly?
I think there's a lot of teams who will inquire about him.
$27 million for what? I think
the
5
Yankees,
or 6 more years?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of teams. And there could be some sleepers out there, like the White Sox or somebody,
Yeah, I can't see the White Sox doing that.
I think Theo would call and inquire.
Cubbies. Now the Cubs,
he's got some players that,
they are definitely underperforming.
They are underperforming.
Boy, they're like they're snake bit out there.
Yeah.
Xander Bogaerts.
So this grade is for the year to date.
That's right. The first 2/3
kind of against our
season,
expectations, or just an overall grade as a baseball player?
I think an overall grade as a baseball player.
Okay. I would give him a C.
Well, you're a tougher marker than me. I get him like a B minus. He's not hitting well.
No.
6 home runs.
6 home runs. He had 21 last year, right?
It's like he's comatose in the field sometimes.
He's become a slap hitter. And his defense has been disappointing.
Yeah.
I thought he had the chance to be a very good shortstop, and he's an average shortstop. He makes the play, routine plays, but I thought he was going to be better. So overall, I would give him a C.
Do you know let's see, how the hell do I put this? It's as though he's playing as though he's had the flu.
Yeah.
Been out for 2.5 weeks. He's come back and he doesn't have the sea legs under him. Doesn't seem to have the strength that he had, the drive that he had, but we're hoping that the real Xander Bogaerts shows up.
I think there's room for improvement over what he's done so far. That's why I give him a C.
Big room.
Yeah.
You know. Christian Vasquez.
Yeah, I would give him a C+. You know, he's had some big moments at the plate. He's had some hot streaks. He's got the great arm. But I think he's an average defensive catcher outside of his throwing.
I agree totally with you.
He struggles with balls in the dirt. There are some that he should get over and get his body in front of. He doesn't. He's always trying to swipe them. And a number of them get by. So I would say great arm.
Yes.
Sometimes he falls in love with it.
There's the problem.
Yeah. But other than the arm, I think he's average defensive catcher.
This up here.
Yeah. And he's had some hits, including the night he had the big home run to win it, walk off.
The other night, probably 2 weeks ago. Runners on first and third.
Yeah.
Okay. Vasquez is whirls, fires to first, trying to pick the guy off.
Yes.
It's a lousy throw.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Moreland. Who the hell? Oh, it must have been Hanley.
Yeah, especially
made
with
a hell of a spear.
I remember that play, actually.
And I'm saying to myself, that was
what's the point?
A run. You got a guy on third base.
Right.
And if worst comes to worst, that guy on first base is going to end up on third base if that thing goes out in the right field and starts rolling.
That was the classic example of him falling in love with his arm.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. And I get
But, you know, for catchers in the major leagues, he's okay, right?
He's average.
Yeah, C+.
Yeah,
I
don't
C+.
think he's much above average.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Pitchers Union has not filed any unfair advantages that he's taken of us.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he slapped a few hits in.
Yeah.
And he does go to right field fairly well.
Yeah.
But boy, that's the beginning and the end of it.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah.
He gives him these little streaks.
Yeah. Dustin Pedroia.
Yeah,
309, I think, or 306, something like that.
Got the injury bug, though. So
Yep.
I would say overall a B-. He's been good when he's on the field. If you said just for the time he's on the field, I'd change that to at least a B.
Yep.
But he's missed a lot of time.
You know what? I'm going to jump right on board that B- because he is, he's beginning to show signs of breaking down.
He is.
There's no other way to say it.
That's true.
And now it's Farrell's just not saying anything worthy of discussion about it.
His knee seems to be a problem.
Yeah, and I think personally, reading between the lines, that there may be more problems to this knee than any of us know about.
Yeah.
And he's probably saying to himself, if we have to pick up another player, I can't go out blasting.
I don't know. It makes the Nunez trade look a lot better.
Whoa, does it? Ever?
Yeah, like did they know this was coming?
Now, Nunez is a free agent at the end of this year?
I believe he is.
I'll tell you
He's a very useful player.
Boy, and he's going to require a decent contract.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something, I'm all for paying it. Now, this is
he brings
a
a lot to the
small
table.
sample.
It is.
But
you can see that he's very fundamentally sound.
Very.
He's a player. He knows how to play.
He's fast.
Yeah.
He can poke them hits in. He's got surprising power.
Yeah.
Looks as though him and that left field wall are going to become good buddies. Yeah. By the way, I can see this whole thing with Dustin Pedroia. And I certainly hope this is not the case, but I can see this thing ending rather ugly.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know how many more years they have him signed for. It's at least 2 or 3, right?
I think.
And probably 2 at least.
But you know, I can see him becoming like a part-time player.
Yeah.
And if he has to have reconstructive knee surgery,
Well,
is there enough left in there?
Yeah.
Andrew Benintendi.
Yeah. I would give him an A-, quite frankly. I think he's done terrific. Especially lately, he's been hot, of course.
A- is what I got too.
Yeah.
When he discovers a way to hold his own with left-handers on a consistent basis, well, he'll be an A.
He will be an A. And I'll tell you, I think it's worth noting that this is a positive for John Farrell. This kid you could see him starting to get a little tired. Farrell sat him down for 2 straight games. And he's put him back, and he's been hitting ever since he came back. So you have to,
Do you think
I think, put that one in the Farrell column is a good move, giving him a couple of days off.
I think so. Do you think that they might have buddied him up with one of the 2 hitting coaches?
I don't know.
And
I just
said,
think the kid's a great
you gotta
player.
think your way through this, because your problem is up here, not here.
Yeah.
And
I think he just needed a break.
Yeah.
Right? He's been playing since January, probably. Right?
Take a break.
2
Sit
days
back,
off.
watch.
Yep.
Do a little extra in the batting cage, maybe.
Get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he's been hitting ever since he came back. So
Yeah.
I think you got to compliment the manager on that.
A day off.
Yeah, and he had 2. Gave him
time.
2 straight games off.
Well, Marco Hernandez is incomplete.
Yeah.
Mike Moreland.
Mitch Moreland.
Mitch Moreland. Yeah, I had it. Mitch. I can't even read
Mitch
my own
Moreland, I
writing.
would give a C. Got off to a good start. He's tailed off.
Yeah.
He's a decent defensive first baseman. He's playing his role. I'd give him a C.
By the way, I'll reluctantly give him a C. He's fallen out of favor with me.
His production's fallen off the table.
Yeah, markedly.
Yeah.
Again, they stuck him out there for 41 straight games or something like that. It was a ridiculous amount of games they stuck him out there
So maybe he should get a couple of days off.
Yeah. But, one of the things I'm surprised at, though, doesn't look like a Gold Glove first baseman to me.
Yeah. That seems like that was kind of a charitable award. Maybe a career service award, because they didn't have anybody else.
Longevity.
This is the year we can give it to Mitch. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's certainly not mobile around the bag. No. I think probably catches everything that comes his way.
He does.
But
fundamentally,
I don't think he's going to make any sensational plays. But you're right.
He's solid.
Fundamentally sound.
He's better than Hanley.
Oof. Well, here comes one. This one's a sticky wicket.
Okay.
JBJ.
JBJ. I mean, I'm looking at a minimum of a C, maybe a C minus. And I'll tell you why. His power has been down. He doesn't get any big hits. I mean, it's hard to, he sticks one in here and there. But his defense is good. But again, much like last year, I'm disappointed with his throwing arm. The accuracy on his throws has been terrible. He's got the big arm.
He loves showing it.
It doesn't do you any good when the throws are 15 feet up the line.
Yeah. I'll give him a C. I think a C minus is probably closer to the. Now I'm going to change it. And the thing that bothers me is, here is a kid that is as physically gifted as anybody on the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And he is a marvelous center fielder.
Right.
He'll catch anything. I swear you throw
absolutely.
a mortar around out there and he'd catch it. But you're right, the throws. He's got a great arm too. But the accuracy is gone.
His first year here, his accuracy was terrific on the throws.
Yeah.
But the last couple of years,
hitting, he goes on a hot streak for 2 weeks, and then it looks like he's never had a bat in his hand before in his life.
Right.
Would you trade him?
Yeah, I would particularly trade him if it was in a package that was bringing back Stanton.
Yeah.
I would absolutely include him in a package
I would
like
certainly
that.
move him for an upgrade kind of a player. I think we have seen Jackie Bradley. I don't think there's anything
A
beyond.
lot of upside, yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's still upside on Betts, there's still upside on Benintendi.
Yeah. I think what we see is what we got with Jackie Bradley.
Right.
And fantastic center fielder.
Yeah.
But he's got power.
He does have some power.
He's
inconsistent.
Inconsistent to a fault. And I don't know what the problem is, but if I did.
And the thing with him was the reputation with him coming through AAA was, well, the pros, he'll be a Gold Glove caliber defender, but he's probably not going to hit.
Yeah.
And he's actually hit better, I think, than
so too.
we thought.
Yes.
At that point.
And when he goes on these hot streaks, we say to ourselves, now here's Jackie Bradley.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. He's gonna start approaching the time when he's gonna want to be paid $20 million. And
that's right. And I don't think he's worth it.
So if you don't see him in your plan at this point,
I think you move him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably this offseason. I think
so.
Yeah. Unless somehow a Stanton package were to come together now.
Well, now, so I think this is going to be an interesting offseason.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts. Yeah, I like Mookie Betts a lot.
What's not to like?
But I would give him a B.
Yep.
I'm hoping he gets hot. He's the type of guy that can get hot right down the stretch through the playoffs.
With the way he's been playing lately, boy, I'll tell you, I'll give him a B2 because I'm positive he's going to snap out of this.
Yeah.
But if he continues this is going to be quite a disappointment.
Yes.
Because he's not playing well.
Right. He needs a strong finish.
But boy, he's a marvelous right fielder.
Yeah.
Wonderful arm. And he's the best base runner in baseball.
He's
of the guys I see.
Fantastic base runner.
Yeah. He has these natural instincts.
Yeah.
He's too good to be true.
Yeah. And I think, there's room for him to heat up, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, if they think they have a realistic chance to win, he's going to have to heat up.
He's got to.
Yeah.
Would you move him back up to the leadoff?
No. I'd prefer to have him hitting a little further down.
I know it. I prefer it too, but he prospered up there and
he did.
Leadoff with his speed too.
Yeah.
He's one of these guys.
He can do it.
He can walk or single, and he's got second base.
Yeah.
All the pitcher has to do is do a little falling asleep there, and Mookie's standing on second. Chris Young.
Chris Young, yeah, I would say, for what I expected out of him, I would give him a C-. He's been okay.
Yep, and you know what? It sounds like you and I almost agreed ahead of time here what these marks are. But Chris Young is Chris Young.
Yeah, he's a fourth or fifth outfielder.
And he goes unconscious and has a night where he knocks 2 home runs out of there. But he's a streak hitter, a fair hitter.
Yeah.
He's
better against
good defensively.
Lefties,
He's not slow, but I'd hate like hell to have him in there for the whole season.
Yeah. At one time, he was an elite defensive center fielder.
Yes, he was.
For Arizona. But those days are past.
I certainly don't. I hope the Red Sox don't re-sign him.
Yeah, I'm kind of figuring
we can
they
do
won't.
a lot better, I think.
I think so.
But he filled a need.
Yeah, he's a role player.
Occasionally, and
fourth, fifth outfielder.
Yeah, fifth outfielder. Yeah. How about Sandy Leon?
Yeah, I would give him a C.
Yep.
He's okay. Doesn't hit that much. Handles the pitching staff well.
Yeah,
throws well again.
Yes, he does. He throws. He's very underrated.
I think he's better. I think he's, aside from the arm, he's better defensively than Vasquez. But he's still not what I would consider elite.
Now, would you trade Vasquez? I don't think he's ever going to have more value than he's going to have at the end of this year.
Again, are we talking about putting together a package for Stanton? Then
I think we're putting.
I'm fine with putting Vasquez in there. I'm fine with putting JBJ in there.
How about?
And you're going to need another anchor piece.
How about Paul Goldschmidt?
Yeah, if they're dangling him.
Yeah, now Arizona has played much improved baseball.
Not lately.
But,
they've gone cold.
Yes.
3-7 in the last 10.
But Goldschmidt now is on 320.
Yeah.
And, man.
He would be, I think, an off-season acquisition.
Yeah. Now he, of course, might not have to trade for him. Might get him as a free agent.
Maybe.
I think this is year 6 for him.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, because I'd go after him with both guns. The hell with Stanton.
But, before you do that, you need to decide what is the future on Betts and Bradley Jr. And even Bogaerts. But you're not going to sign Bogaerts because he's a Scott Boras guy.
Yeah.
And,
Well, now Jackie Bradley Jr. is a Scott Boras guy, too, isn't he?
Is he? Yeah, so you're not going to sign him either. So,
I know.
You have a good chance of ending up that you're going to end up trading them eventually. So
Again,
if there's a blockbuster deal for a franchise-type player where you can package a couple of these guys together, but I think that's going to be an off-season trade.
It's pitifully little down in the minors that we can tempt
That's the
anybody
problem.
with.
You're going to have to give up major league talent.
And you know damn right well everybody's going to say Rafael Devers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but talk to me about him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the conversation.
Well, you know what? There's going to be a group of 2 or 3 players. It's going to be Devers. It's going to be Betts. And
Vasquez, possibly, if someone falls in love with his act.
Oh, a catching asset. We definitely have a catcher for them. So, depending on what they want to do in the off season.
This offseason is going to be the most interesting.
Stanton's having a great year.
Yeah.
He's a guy who's had trouble staying on the field in the past.
He really and truly has.
He's been hurt a lot over his career.
He has. And I would not invest the farm in him.
He's going to want, in order to realistically get him, what you're saying, $27 million a year.
Now,
so you have to make the investment. I mean, you're going to pay the money if you get him.
Do you know something? If I thought he could stay on the field,
that's the big question with him.
Then I would say,
especially if you're talking about giving up players.
Team the way it is now, no power. Holy moly, would Stanton do something for us? My God.
Yeah.
Put that boy's name, put DH before that lad's, right after that lad's name, and don't change it. Well,
the other guy that we talked about a lot, and they didn't sign, and and Encarnacion.
Yeah, and
how would he look in this lineup right now?
Well, he's got 26 home runs, but he's 34 years old.
He is.
And I think he's hitting 253.
But didn't he only sign for 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Right?
3 years, yeah.
3 years, $20 million a year or something?
No, 15.
15 a year.
Yeah. So that's.
We could have done that.
Yeah. We couldn't, because it would have moved us up into that luxury threshold where the taxes are almost prohibitive. And John Henry has said, I don't want to pay that. We can't. But if we keep it under for 1 more year, then we have 5 years of grace. Then, starting next year, I'll open my checkbook.
Interesting.
That's why I'm kind of interested in Stanton or Goldschmidt, because I think this would be the time to go after him.
Yeah.
Especially with guys like JBJ and Xander that are beginning, like wine, they're beginning to come, into season here. They're aging nicely, and now is the time. Because you have to say to yourself, are they ever going to be worth more than they're worth right now?
Right.
Here's a sticky wicket again. Hanley Ramirez.
Oh, for a grade?
Yeah.
I would give him a C. He's been average. He's hit a few homers. He's still maddening to watch.
Yeah, I get him a C-. I'd love to give him a D.
Yeah.
Because he is the most frustrating man to watch.
Right.
When he when he gets amped,
Yeah.
he can go out there and attack the ball.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's only about once a week that happens. Now, he hit a line drive last night.
Yeah. That was
I'm
gone
surprised
anywhere
that
else.
didn't put a hole in
Yeah.
the wall.
That's another one, the wall taketh away. That was gone anywhere else. The thing got out there quick.
But you look at that and you say, why can't this guy do this? It's
Right.
maddening.
So, he's a guy, and you think about it, it's always been about, is he focused, right? Does he really care about the games in July and August? And he's a guy who finished very strong last year. Didn't really do anything, but we went crash and burn in the playoffs last year, right? So he does have, I heard this the other day, he has a career postseason batting average of .333.
Yeah.
So, you wonder about him in the postseason when he's actually paying attention, when he's actually focused, when the spotlights are on, when he's,
I know. He is.
and could he be a guy that actually becomes a huge contributor for you by popping a couple?
He worshipped Manny.
Yeah.
And he pulls the same crap Manny pulled.
Yeah.
Oh, my hammies.
Absolutely.
My hammies. I need 3 days off.
Yeah.
He only pulls the same crap on my shoulders.
Right.
I can't play in the field. I can only DH. I want to be like Big Papi. Just DH. I love DHing. Well, hell's bells. If your only job is to hit and you're not hitting,
Yeah.
the hell good are you to me?
Right.
One more year. I hope that they unload him for 40 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
And I don't have to look at him anymore.
Yeah. That said, we're talking about trying to make a run this year
I know.
with what we have.
Yeah.
What makes that possible? This is another guy that, he's capable of hitting and coming up with a big home run for you in the postseason. I mean,
He's the guy that is.
the fact that you have to depend on him is not where you want to be. And I don't know that you necessarily have to depend on him, but he's capable. He's capable of being one of those guys.
Yeah.
That
And he's
steps
not
up.
doing it.
Right.
Josh Rutledge, it's just an incomplete.
Incomplete.
In fact, I don't think the news is particularly good on him.
No.
This concussion stuff with him is
Yeah.
Pablo Sandoval, goodbye.
Yeah.
Devin Marrero, it's a very short report on him,
Yeah.
but he can field.
Yeah. I'd give him a C.
Yep.
He's a utility infielder off your bench. He's
Yep.
okay. He can play the positions.
He's okay.
He can play the positions.
And he's speedy,
Yep.
but boy, he's got to be able to hit more than 172.
Well, he does.
And if he
but-
can't do that, there's no major league spot for him.
Right. I mean, he needs to be able to get that, up in the
Yeah.
mid 200s.
Give me 230. Give me 240. Brock Holt.
Yeah. Close to an incomplete on my thought process, really.
I
but
don't
for
think-
the limited play, I mean, if I had to grade him, I'd give him a D or an F.
Yep.
What's he done? Nothing. Now,
Yeah.
he had the concussion thing. He was out for a long time.
Yeah, I'll give him an F because
Yeah.
he's come back, but he's a shadow of his former self.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this business about, well, look, he does a lot of things for us, but none of them particularly well.
Right.
Look, that's overrated a little bit.
You know,
Ben Zobrist Jr. or something.
He's hit lower than Marrero. I
He
mean,
has. Yes.
I would take Marrero over him.
I
right
would
now
too.
As
I
a
would
guy
too.
on the bench.
Yeah.
At least with Marrero, you get some real flexibility, and he can play the positions.
How about Zue Lin?
So, well, interesting. Unfortunately, a very small sample.
Very small sample.
When he was here, I'd give him a C plus B minus. I mean, he looked like a major league player when he was here.
You're absolutely right. I'll give him a B minus right along with you because he was much more than we had any right to expect.
Yeah.
And he did fundamental things like, oh, look at a guy that can bunt.
Right.
Wow, bottle him and spread him over the rest of our guys.
He was a pleasant surprise, right? I kind of rolled my eyes when I heard he was being called up. I'm like,
he got a key hit down a Pawtucket the other night. Slapped a liner down the left field line, and jeepers. Sam Travis.
Yeah, incomplete.
They're not being good with this lad. I don't like the way they're handling him at all. He should have been left down at Pawtucket and play down there.
Yeah.
Come up to the Red Sox, sit on the bench for 2 weeks and get in 3 games.
Yeah.
How the hell is a kid supposed to get any better?
Right.
Joe Kelly.
Yeah. I would give him a C. You know, before he got hurt, his stats were good, but again, you just can't count on this guy.
It's just the comfort factor is not there.
No.
I think a B minus. The
I mean,
stats are good.
He's had his moments.
Yeah. Craig Kimbrell.
Oh, he's a solid A.
Yeah, not A plus, but A.
No, A.
Because he does come in every once in a while and
he's given up a few.
The yips, the wildness, and you say to yourself, "Oh, please get one over the plate, will you, before I go crazy?"
But when you look at closers, he's as good as anybody right now. He's having a great year right now.
By the way, Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah.
His ERA is 3.42 right now.
Had a rough weekend.
Had a tough day. Yes, absolutely right. And Aroldis is beginning to show a few chinks in his armor.
Yes, he is, and they just signed him.
Help me. Yeah, I was just going to say, help me. Didn't they just sign him to a king's ransom?
They did.
The highest paid relief pitcher in history.
Yeah.
And it's all theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, I take it you saw the at-bat when Devers hit the home run off.
Bongo.
Was that one of the most unbelievable at-bats you've seen in a while? You know, the inning starts, he comes out and he just punches out Hanley. 3 pitches, bang, 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 go sit down. All over 100 miles an hour. Hanley wasn't even competitive, right? And then he comes in and throws strike 1 to Devers. He takes that pitch on the outside of the plate that was close. He got the call for a ball. And then he launches a 103-mile-an-hour fastball to left
Went out
center.
Faster than it came in.
Center.
Yeah.
On a pitch that was kind of up and in.
I got news for you. You're at the end of your stroke when you're hitting it to right field. You have got to muscle that sucker out.
That was, to me, was the most amazing thing. That thing went out to left center, went flying over the 399 sign into the Sox bullpen.
Did it ever?
And that was, I was just stunned watching that.
How about the home run the other night, the golf shot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can take them fastballs and turn them around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, throw me one of those and I can golf it out into the bullpen.
This kid is impressive.
I've never been so wrong as I was in my one-game judgment of him.
For him to come up in Yankee Stadium against Chapman, who just looked, on the first 4 pitches, just looked overpowering and dominant. Nobody was going to touch him. And to take that ball out.
Guess what?
Holy mackerel.
Man.
So we ain't trading him.
I think we'll give Raphael an A so far.
So far, so good.
I can't see anything wrong starting the triple play last night. Nunez.
Well, overall as a player for the year, I never really saw him in the National League. I just look at his stats.
No, so we can't do anything about that. How about with
his Red Sox appearance so far? He's an A.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
He's done it all.
And he hasn't done one thing wrong.
Hitting with power.
Robbie
More
Scott.
power than he has. Robbie Scott, left-handed specialist. He has good numbers against lefties. I think they're hitting like 133 off him.
Yeah.
So given that, I would say he's a C. I think.
Yeah. You're absolutely
he's a functional left-handed specialist.
Yeah, he's defenseless against right-handers.
Yeah.
I don't know what Farrell puts him out there for. Chris Sale.
A plus.
Is there a higher mark than A plus?
I don't think so.
No. You're absolutely right.
The real talk is whether he's the Cy Young and the MVP,
Yeah.
right? That's the real talk.
Brandon Workman.
Yeah, so far, I mean, he's coming back from injury, so, I'd give him a C. He's kind of not getting a lot of high leverage situations.
I'm going to give him a B minus.
He's been okay.
Well, I love the kid.
Yeah.
And I go back a few years ago to watching him down at He's a competitor.
Yeah.
And he's throwing faster now than he did before
he
Tommy
got,
John.
yeah, a lot of people do.
And he'll challenge hitters. He's got a good breaking ball.
Yeah.
And he's a good kid.
Yeah, that's what I understand. So hopefully he's a part that continues to develop and fits in not only this year, but next year.
And I'm sure that teams, as they try to structure a trade with the Red Sox, are going to ask for him. I hope not. I hope the Red Sox are smart enough to hold on to him.
Yeah.
Fernando Abad.
Yeah, he's been better than I thought he would be. I was not a big guy in terms of just signing him, so I would give him a C+.
C+. So I'm going to give him a straight C, but underutilized.
Yeah.
Now, when he's come in, he's been all right.
He's been okay.
So if an okay mark is a C, he's been a C.
Right.
But, I mean, what are they saving him for? The junior prom or something? Jeepers. I don't know. Now comes the mystery guest.
Yeah.
Eduardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, overall, I would give him, again, injury problems. But he has injury problems every year. So I would give him a C.
Yep. I can't give him anything better than a C.
Yeah, he's had some good games.
He's got stuff.
Yeah.
But then...
He's another one, though, that he's like Pomeranz. He can't get through the fifth inning without being over 100 pitches for crying out loud.
And then there's some mystery ailment that always befalls. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. And this is just hypothesis. I don't know a bloody thing. I can't tell you. Just looking at the guy.
Yeah.
I wonder how much time he spends in the weight room.
Not much. It doesn't look like it.
No. He looks like a pile of goo out there.
He does.
And guess who gets hurt? The guys that aren't in shape.
Yeah.
Guess who pulls muscles? The guys that aren't in shape.
Right.
And for God's sakes, he's always in the trainer's room.
Yeah. He should be on a year-round conditioning program.
Yeah. But you see how difficult that is with some players.
Yeah, indeed.
Heath Hembry.
Yeah, he's good against righties. He's terrible against lefties. They're hitting like 350 off.
Yeah, he's the...
he's an arm out of the pen.
He's the bizarro Robbie Scott.
Well, they should kind of be teamed as specialists.
Yeah.
And I think that was the idea when they got Reed in here was we don't have to, we can team him. So I'd give him a C.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been functional.
Yeah, I'll probably go with the C minus because he's wild from time to time. That bothers me.
He's wild, and the thing with the lefties is a problem. They hit him very well.
They can't leave him.
They hit him very well, and he's throwing harder than he was early in the year. He's out there throwing 97 now. Yeah.
But couldn't control it.
Right.
And by the way, the only thing he throws 97 is dead straight.
Yeah.
No wrinkles in that.
Calvin Schiraldi.
Yeah. Calvin Schiraldi. Yeah. Absolutely. Jim Coates from the Yankees.
Yeah.
Coates could throw harder than anybody in organized baseball. Yeah. Could he get it to move? No. Drew Pomeranz.
Yeah, I mean, I've had critical things to say about Pomeranz in the past, but I got to tell you, he's been your number 2 starter, and he's been pretty good.
Has.
And so I would give him a B+. I wish he went longer into games. He's another one. You look up, it's in the 4th inning, and he's got like 84 pitches,
I'm giving him a B.
Yeah.
I'm not giving him the plus because he will not tip his hat to the fans when they take it, which he always leaves in the middle of the game.
Yeah, he does.
And they stand up and they applaud him and everything. Do you think it would kill him to
tip his cap? Yeah.
He won't do it. So you know what? Anybody that's a bore or a punk like that does not get pluses from me.
All right.
But I love his arm.
Yeah. He's been good. So, all the discussion of the Red Sox first making the trade, then finding out about the injury, having the option to call off the trade and get the kid back, the kid who ended up also with Tommy John.
Absolutely. He hasn't picked the ball up this year.
Right. And Dombrowski passing on that opportunity, and the place, including some hosts on this show between you and I, going crazy about why didn't you unplug that trade?
Yeah, I remember that.
They'd be lost without Pomeranz right now.
They would be. Absolutely. Yeah. He has been a lot of the glue that has held this team together. Now, Sale has been just
dominant.
Incredible. And Kimbrel. But I got to tell you, Pomeranz, very quietly, has stepped in and taken the Stephen Wright role.
Yeah.
Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes, he disappoints me. There are times he looks terrific, and like the other night against the Yankees, he comes in and he can't get his breaking ball over the plate.
Yeah.
He throws hard, but it seems like when players could sit on his fastball, they hit him.
You know, there was a wag on talk radio that said, yeah, Matt's a nice kid and everything. And, you know, you throw a ball through a brick wall. And then there's other times he couldn't hit the brick wall. And I think C's a good mark for him. I wish I could give him a higher mark.
Me too.
Because he's got great stuff.
Right.
But what the hell good is it if you can't get it over the plate?
And he's been used a lot, so he's giving you a lot of innings. But
I'm going to save one for last here.
Okay.
Skip this one. Rick Porcello.
Yeah, Rick Porcello, I'd give him a D. Now, that's improving because probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, that probably might have been an F because he's pitched well lately.
Yes,
better lately.
I'm giving him a C- because I think he's pitched fairly well.
He could have had more wins.
Yes, he could. He could be a 500 pitcher right now.
He hasn't got much help.
Yeah. Doug Fister.
Not a Doug Fister fan. He did win a couple of games, but I'd give him a D.
Yeah, I'd give him a D also. I like Doug Fister when he was a younger player.
Right.
The guy is always around the plate.
Yep.
Throws strikes.
Yep.
Pitches fast.
He does. I do like that about him.
Yeah.
Gets the ball and throws it.
And he's a good teammate. And he's not one of these guys who's got trouble following around after him. Robbie Ross Jr.'s gone. Stephen Wright's gone.
Yeah.
Hector Velasquez.
Yeah.
Now,
haven't seen enough.
No, but the 3 or 4 times he's come up, he's done very well.
Okay. Yeah.
And I saw him again down at Pawtucket again the other night. He's got junk, but he gets by with it.
Yeah.
He gets the ball over the plate. He's got good control.
Organizational depth.
Yeah.
You're
right. On a team like the Philadelphia Phillies, long man out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
Well, we've come to David Price.
David Price. Yeah, I'm going to give him a D.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve any better than that.
No, he's missed a lot of time.
In fact, he's been a disappointment. D for disappointment.
Yeah.
And I think the Red Sox are going to take every opportunity they can to see what they can do about moving him.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We got to see. He's coming back this year. He's not done.
He's got to.
So, we'll see what happens when he comes back. He's another one who's capable of pitching well.
Yeah. Well, he is. You're absolutely right. By the by, NECN has not been a great place to work this year. Steve Lyons is out due to allegedly punching out his girlfriend.
Yes.
Dennis Eckersley has been bullied by the team jackasses.
Yeah.
Garen Austin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've missed her or not. Her of the blonde hair persuasion.
Yes.
She fell down in the team airplane, hit her head, and she's been out with a concussion ever since. She supposedly was going to come back last week, but she couldn't.
Really?
Yeah. Jerry Remy.
Any rumors about that particular story?
No, in fact, I had to dig on the internet to get that.
No kidding.
Yeah. And there's no information about whether she's married or her dating life on the internet. She's a mystery. So we also have Jerry Remy, who apparently this whole deal is much worse than we thought.
Doesn't sound good.
Doesn't sound good at all. No. And now they're starting to do flashbacks of him on TV. And Johnny Gomes and Lenny Donato having to fill in along with the groaning of the boring Dave O'Brien is going to drive me insane.
Yeah. The Eck is your only hope.
The Eck is my only hope.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, boy. Well, by gosh, by golly. we're really coming down to the very end here. The Philadelphia Phillies canceled plans to honor Pete Rose with an induction into the team's Wall of Fame next week because of a woman's claim she had a relationship with baseball's hit king when she was a minor.
Oh.
In the 70s.
A
sexual
70s?
relationship, yeah.
Wow.
And apparently this thing has got some legs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think that this ends it for Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame.
Go away.
Yep. Go down to Florida
Just
and go see the dog tracks.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, you're a bum.
Yeah, you are.
Well, folks, we've come to the end of our Red Sox extravaganza here.
Yeah.
But we will see you again next time with hopefully some Patriots chatter.
No doubt.
And some Celtics chatter.
Good.
All right. Good night.
All right.